Hi guys, Tracy here, and I have some close to my heart goodies to share with you guys. This package actually came in to my scrap room right before I made this change over from the basement to the main floor, and so I had just kind of left all the stuff in the box and not had much of a chance to take a look at it, but a couple of days ago I opened it up and had a look, and I'm so excited. I think I'm going to scrapbook or play with some of these goodies right after I'm finished filming this video. So the first thing that I have to show you guys is the Seasonal Expressions catalog, which runs from May to August of 2018. There are lots of supplies in here. I'm relatively new to Close to My Heart. My first experience with Close to My Heart was I bought some storage boxes from them. A case that you hold that holds your or my Project Life supplies, and I bought another case from them too, the one that's smaller than that. And I've really loved the quality of those cases. And then I had a chance to also play around with some of their products, and I have a couple of videos on my channel that shows that as well. So I haven't had a whole lot of experience with the company, but I really, so far everything that I've seen I've really loved. And so they included some really fun goodies for me to play with, and I'm just going to show you what they sent. So the first thing I'm going to show you guys is this Story by Stacey kit. This is a starter workshop kit, and they come in a couple of different designs. They've got one that's black with white polka dots, one that's red, and then I got the one that is a multicolored stripe. And basically this is a little kit that gives you everything that you need to make a small story-based mini album. And so I'm going to show you what comes in this kit. Just let me move some of the other items aside. So it comes bundled in this Ziploc bag, and it includes some instructions, a little mini album, and then some journaling cards. So this is the Stripes album, and it's Stories by Stacey, and it's basically this adorable little mini album. It's the perfect size. It has these 4x4 inch pockets inside of it. There are 10 4x4 pockets inside, and it's really cute. I love the little size of it, and I love how you could have a whole bunch of these all lined up and it wouldn't take up very much space on your shelf. And so I'm really looking forward to scrapping this, and I already have an idea of what story I want to tell with this little mini album. And so here you see on the front of the instruction handout, you see a little example of a couple of pages. And it tells you what the kit contains. So we have the mini album with 10 built-in memory protectors. We have one title card, 2 quote cards, 1 created by card, and 18 story cards. So I'll show you what the cards look like. We have 2 quotes. One says, "Great stories can happen to those who tell them." And then the other one says, "It's the little things we do and say that mean so much as we go our way." And then this is the created by, so you could put a little picture of yourself in there or your family. And then this is the title card. So you could put a title here and then a subtitle, or however you want to do it. And then there are 18 of these story cards, and they're basically lines on one side and then plain on the other side. So I am really looking forward to using this and creating a story. And so it gives you these steps, which I have not read through yet. So what I will do is, in preparation for my video where I create this little mini album, I will read the steps and see what they suggest that you do. And then I will also give you some ideas about any ways in which I might decide to personalize this project. Then there are also 2 stamp sets that are designed to coordinate with this kit. So they're sized specifically so that this swatch of ink type of stamp right here, this solid stamp, can be placed, you know, on one of these square cards, on whichever one or ones that you want. And then these are some sentiments that go along with it as well. And so here we have a large swatch that will fill one of these cards, or almost fill one of the cards. We've got a smaller swatch that would fill a line on the card. And then there are all of these circles that you can layer, arrows that you can layer, and different sized hearts and stars. And then some words. It says, love you this way. It is best ever. I, the, and remember. So there's those, and then some more phrases here. So that stamp set is called Colorful Textures, and it's part of the Stories by Stacey collection. And it is $23. I think I have the Canadian catalog, so that might be different in the United States, but here it is $23. And then this one is called Quotable Words, Story by Stacey, and it is $23 as well. And so this one says, the most treasured heirlooms are the sweet memories of family. This right here, love, 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 a true story, a million feelings, 1,000 thoughts, 100 memories, one person. I really like that one. The best things, and there's a list here with little squares that you can check off. The people we love, the places we've been, and the memories we made. And these sound like Stacey quotes to me. And these are just really fun ways to decorate up your little mini album. So I am going to keep all of these together so that I can use them together. Really looking forward to playing with them. And I really like the idea of a self-contained project that really only takes these few little supplies to make. It's a perfect thing for bringing to a cottage or on a little holiday because it allows you to bring some of your hobby with you so that you can relax and enjoy, but not have to lug a whole bunch of stuff. Like, you just have to bring this little trimmer, some photos, I'll talk about this in a second, and a journaling pen and some inks, and you're all good to go. So this is a photo trimmer, and I don't know if this is a new product for them. It's called Paper Trimmer, and this is a small Fiskars guillotine cutter. Okay, so I just grabbed a couple of photos so I can try this. My first impression of this as I open it out of its package is that this is incredibly lightweight. It is much, much lighter than the other similar sized guillotine trimmer that I have. And I think that's because this part of this trimmer is hollow. It does have these rubber feet on the bottoms of it to keep it in place on your work surface when you use it. It has the measurements marked across the top like other similar trimmers, and it also has this little protective piece of clear plastic that you can slip your picture under, and it trims really, really well, as you can see. I really like these guillotine trimmers. They really do give you a lot of control over how small of a border you want around your photo. So this is perfect for travel. I really love this trimmer. So that sells for $21.75 in the catalog, and I'm really enjoying how light it is. So in addition to those other two stamp sets, they also sent me this BU Day-to-Day stamp, and it says, be brave, be bold, be you, and I am going to stamp this as a sample when I have a look at these ink pads. So they also sent me Poppy, Willow, and Canary ink pads, and I have never tried Close to My Heart inks before, and I am really excited to give them a try. I have a few first impressions without even trying it, but I'm going to hold off on that because first I want to show you guys this Workshops Your Way kit, which they sent me. So this is the Workshops Your Way kit that's based on the Beautiful Friendship collection, and Beautiful Friendship is a collection of products that they have. They tell you which colors coordinate with this collection right there. So if you had the coordinating ink, you could pull out the same inks and cardstocks pretty easily. And then this is the collection of patterned paper that you can get to go along with this kit, and also some journaling cards. There are some die cuts that come with this kit, some little adorable bows, some ribbon, and with all of that, here's an example of a card of a page that you can make. And then this is the Workshop Your Way kit. And so the kit is $38.25, and it includes all of these things. So I'll show you guys the paper that comes with this kit. This one is a floral, and you get 2 of each design. And then the other side is this really pretty tone-on-tone blue floral, and the designer strip has this cute little plaid. So 2 of those. And then I really love this. This is a tiny, tiny little floral print on a white background. So tiny. Take a look at that. It's so pretty. I really love how this background is a very, very, very pale pink. It's really pretty. And then this one I also adore. It's tiny little triangles. Love those. And then a nice versatile pink tone-on-tone polka dot. Flip it around and you've got tea cups and tea pots and tea bags, and then a cute little line of teapots at the top. And then a really cute page. This could be used as a background if you want to include this as some interesting detail at the top of your page, or you could cut it up and use this part as a pattern paper and this part as a nice gray, kind of like a distressed, interesting light gray. And then this is a beautiful pink and white doily pattern. Those are very pretty. A white pinstripe on a pink background, and a blue polka dot, a white polka dot on a blue background. Then we have some journaling pieces, some 3x4s and some 4x6s. Then the flip side are the vertical versions of those. 2 of those, of course. And then we have some plain white cardstock. 3 pieces of it, 4 pieces of it, I can't tell. 3 pieces. It's thick. There we go. So that's the pattern paper. Then we have these really cute, beautiful friendship bows. These little velvety or microfiber suede-ish type of bows are one of my favorite embellishments. I love the texture and interest that it adds, and it's just a nice, it's not like an over-the-top, demand all your attention bow. It's just a nice little accent bow. Love it. So we have this set of stickers and die cuts that coordinate with this collection. This just shows all of the items that come in this kit. So there are 4 sheets. This is a set of stickers. I love those stacked teacups and the floral that coordinates with the collection. Some doilies, a cute little chair, tea-rific, and then some die cuts. These ones are gray die cuts that says fun, and a journaling piece and some triangles and labels. And then these are navy blue, kind of silhouette looking die cuts of a teapot and some other shapes here, some borders and the word sweet. And this is like a cotton ribbon. It's white cotton ribbon, and I always take a peek to see how much is included in the package, and there is quite a lot. It's not just a small amount. Then we have a little pocket here that includes some of the pieces that you can use in this kit. So these are pieces that hold where your photo goes. It says 3x3 photo here and 3x4 photo here. So this is so that you can design your page before you put your photos on if you'd like to. So one of the things that I really love about these kits, I've done a card kit before, but I've never done a page kit. And what I love is that it tells you right away how to cut everything. And so it basically maps out your paper and tells you what size chunks to cut everything into, and it tells you how to cut up. They're even making use of the manufacturer's strips here, and you will have some leftovers, but if you cut everything as they say, you'll be able to make this double page layout. and this double page layout, and this double page layout, as well as this, which is basically an insert here, a little pocket insert that you can put in between this one and this one to add some more photos. You can also make this really cute card, these two cards, and this other card as well. No, that's just those two. Yeah, so you can make those two cards as well. So you can make a lot with this one kit. Really? You can make that much supplies with that kit? I can't wait to, I'm going to try that, and I'm going to show you guys how it works out, okay? I'm going to do this on video. In fact, that might be the next thing that I do after I'm finished showing you guys all these supplies. Then we have some coordinating cardstock that goes along with the Beautiful Friendships collection. These are 12 sheets in total. I'm guessing there's 2 of each color. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's 3 of each color. So we have 3 of this pink color. If I was more familiar with the colors, I could tell you the names of them. 3 of this stone gray color. It's like a nice warm gray. 3 of this beautiful deep blue color. And 3 of this really nice rosy pinky red color. Almost like a raspberry. So pretty. Then I would like to show you guys these ink pads. I have seen these before, but I have never used them, and I must say I'm really, really impressed with how lovely they look and feel in your hands. Scrapbooking and card making is a very tactile experience, and I like how these ink pads fit in my hand. They're very streamlined and lovely. I love how they look like a paint chip with the color marked on this on the bottom of it. And I also really love how, I'm going to tell you guys a few things about these that I had no idea. I would have been buying these ink pads all along if I knew this. But anyhow, so you can see the colors if you've got them all stacked on their sides like this. You can see the colors and the color names just at a glance here. What I adore about these ink pads is that they're magnetized, and they kind of like fit on each other. Like if you shake them around a lot, they're gonna kind of come apart, but it really does make it easy. Like I'm only holding these 2 right now, and the green just stays on there. It really makes it easy to move your ink pads around. Before when I've been doing projects, you know, you got them all stacked and you're trying to move them from here to here and they all fall out, and then it's, you know, these little details make crafting so much easier and more joyful when you don't have to kind of deal with those little hassly problems that aren't that big of a problem, but it adds up. So I want to show you each of these pads and how beautiful they are. So it tells you a little bit about the ink here. They are dye ink. It says they're made with pH neutral dye-based ink with an in-lid pad that ensures the ink is always close to the surface. So they're not the only brand that does this, but the ink pad is in the lid, which means that when you store your ink right side up, the ink in this ink pad will always be at the surface, instead of if you were storing this ink like this, over time the ink would settle, especially as this ink pad gets more and more used up and in need of a re-inking. The ink settles to the bottom here, which is where you really can't access it with your stamps. So I love that. I also love that these come completely apart, which makes it so much easier that you could set out a whole bunch of ink pads that you're using like this, and it doesn't take up as much space on your desk. You do have to be careful though of which bottom goes with which. You wouldn't want to get them mixed up, because then you might get transfer of some of the wrong color on the ink pad. That would contaminate your ink, especially for the lighter colors like the yellow. So these ink pads, because they're magnetized, they close really easily. You don't have to, like, they line themselves up automatically. If you weren't paying very close attention, all that you have to do is just kind of go like that and it'll find its way to the closed position. I really love that. The other thing I thought of that makes these ink pads really appealing to me is that I could easily just set these on a shelf someplace. I don't have to have a storage solution for them. I could just stack them maybe 5 or 6 or 7 high and then a whole bunch of stacks of them. This is me totally fantasizing having all of the colors of the Close to My Heart ink pads, because that would make me very, very happy. But for now, I have these 3 colors, and I might be able to collect some of the colors as I go along and become more and more familiar with Close to My Heart stuff. So as I mentioned, I wanted to use this stamp, the Be Brave, Be Bold, Be You stamp. So I'm going to grab one of my blocks here. So I just have these scraps of paper here. I was doing some stamping for some cards I was making the other day, so these are Mama Elephant stamps right here, and they're also very cute. And now one thing that somebody told me when I talked about Close to My Heart stamps last time, I was mentioning that I wasn't sure what this little piece of styrofoamy foam stuff was for, and one of my viewers told me that it is for stamping on, to provide yourself with that little bit of give on your surface. And I think that's brilliant to always have in the case right there with the stamp. You've got a little foam piece for stamping. I think that's really a great idea. They think of everything. So I have not conditioned this stamp, so it's very possible that this won't stamp the best. I don't always condition my, oh, look at that. And that's without conditioning it. It still looks fabulous. I'm gonna clean my stamp in between uses because I don't want to contaminate my ink pads. I really love these ink pads. Oh my gosh, those are so nice. Now this one was a little blobby. Let me just so they give you a different way to condition your stamps than what I'm used to. The instructions on the stamp say, before using your stamps, condition them so the inks will transfer evenly. To do so, rub the stamp across a stamp pad and then stamp onto scrap paper, twisting while you stamp. Repeat until the ink transfers evenly across the entire surface of the stamp. So, oh, that's so nice. Look at that. Be bold, be brave, be you. This would look so nice inside of a card. Alrighty. So the first color was, what was it called? Poppy. This was Willow. And now this one is Canary. Be bold, be brave, be you. I stamped it onto a wet piece of cardstock. And each Close to My Heart stamp comes with its own storage pocket, so you don't have to buy other supplies for storing your stamp sets. You just kind of put it in the pocket that it came in. They're nicely labeled at the top here with the product number and the name of the stamp, and also the name of the collection that it comes from, or I guess the category of stamps. So this is a day-to-day stamp.